Now, this date picker settings view is an additional display that is also code generated when needed. Let's learn more about what it is for. Let me take this opportunity to explain what these settings do. So the first two settings are for calibrating the date picker position. These are triggered by the movement of the date picker from its original position. I just demonstrated that. What we have next is the view mode. This defines which date picker view you want to see. As you can see, we have three options: the modal, flat, and thick. The modal option is the default view and works on Windows and non-Windows environment. It comes with this close button at the top, even though you may not want to use it. Now, if you are working on a Windows PC, you have the liberty to use the flat and thick view. I use the Windows API functions to derive each view. As you can see, there is a very small difference in the design, but there is quite a huge difference in the code that drives each view. I teach about this in the 4th course in the date picker series. You may want to subscribe to that course if it's published by the time you watch this recording. Otherwise, in the meantime, you can get the date picker and try to figure it out yourself. Before we look into the next option, let me point out that whatever view you choose will affect the entire workbook. Meaning, you won't have one view on this worksheet and a different view on another worksheet. If you prefer otherwise, you will have to change the code and enable it to do as such. The include time setting only affects the footer display in case you want to see time on the footer, so it's not that important. The next setting is just a placeholder. So, if one of your suggestions may require us to add an additional setting, this is where we will put it. Our last setting also affects the date picker view. It only determines how the date appears on the footer, so it's also not that important. It is by default checked. When unchecked, the date will be displayed in a short date format.